Hello everybody. My name is Fang-Ming, come from Taiwan. I am delighted to be here today to talk to you about the correlation between personality and creativity. A study of contestants at the National Industry-Related Skills in Taiwan. My presentation into 5 parts: introduction, literature review, methodology, results and discussion. First, why I choose this topic. In recent years, creativity has become an essential indicator of the competitiveness of nations, but there is still a lot of space left for discussion when it comes to the definition of creativity. Though the definition still cannot be settled, the weight of creativity can be generally concentrated on thinking. The emphasis on the ability to think both extensively and integrally points out that creativity is the brainchild of thinking. You can upgrade thinking to imagination, become a creation. Imagination is your superpower. A line from a commercial advertisement proves the charm of creativity. Imagination is your superpower. A line from a commercial advertisement proves the charm of creativity. How to cultivate the personnel fitting the requirement of the job market has become the prior aim of vocational education in Taiwan. Thus, this paper will seek to understand the evaluation of applied design with the revisit of related literature, proposing the possible way to design the competition and the role of the gatekeepers in order to discuss the connection between the personalities and creativity of participants of the National Industry-Related Skills Competition. So, what is the National Industry-Related Skills Competition? Originally named Vocational Skills Competition for Mechanical Engineering Students, National Industry Related Skills Competition started from 1957 when Department of Mechanical Engineering was the only vocation category available, and the model schools with this category should present 3 to 8 students to take a part in this competition. Because Ministry of Education paid special attention to this competition at that time, bylaw of technological competition was then carried out. Ministry of Education planned to hold an annual competition so as to enhance the public understanding for vocational education. With the advanced technology and the influence of changing time, the vocation categories included in the competition are increasing year by year. Thus, Tien-Li Chen, the coordinator of the competition in 2014, indicates that applied design is a vocation category in which the students should possess the ability of thinking and making simultaneously. In other words, this category cultivates and examines students' creativity and the capability for implement. The participants of the competition are the top students from the design cluster in vocational schools, passing the first stage selection held in their own schools. Assisting the coordinator in dealing with details of the competition, I have the opportunity to touch the center of the competition, getting to know the participants who are the elites of applied design and further studying on the connection of their personalities and creativity via their reaction to the direction of exam questions and creativity evaluation. In view of the fact that the competition has its historical importance and causes great impact on the cultivation of talents in the field of design education, this research chooses to study the participants in this competitions. The definition of creativity. Though the details of the definitions given by different scholars are not that close to one another, what we can find is that most of the scholars identify creativity with the ability to think extensively and the capability of integrating one's thoughts. From personal growing background and personalities to the ability to solve as well as to integrate problems in one's professional fields, they all approve the imaginable influence creativity works on a person's thinking ability. Evaluation of creativity. Referring to the study made by Shinan Liu and Kuang-Chi Kuo in 2001, this paper also adds persuasion suggested by Simon in 1988, on Rhodes' 4Ps model. The following part will give the more implicit definition of Rhodes' concept. 1. Personality refers to what kinds of person own creative qualities. The evaluation is inclusive of personality, motivation, attitude and so on. 2. Meaning of process indicates that from the angle of education, what has happened in the process is more important than the produced product. The training of creativity begins from this basis, for laying emphasis on process can satisfy the inner motivation and the learning-oriented achievement. 3. Definition for product. All creative products should have 2 qualities, novelty and appropriation. The former asks for originality and the latter should take the need of tasks, including usefulness, meaningfulness and value, the validity of commodification, into consideration. 4. Press place has the intimate relationship with creation because creation is the product of pressure and environment. John Holland's types of personality. In 1960s, John Holland developed a typology theory. You can see the finger on left-hand side, according to which most people can be categorized as 6 types in our culture: realistic type, investigative type, artistic type, social type, enterprising type, and conventional type. The determination of personality types can be examined through psychological tests. The first alphabet of each type is arranged to form a hexagon with the order of Ryesak. After filling the test score in the hexagon, one's consistency, differentiation, and congruency between personality and career interest can be studied. Consistency is a result coming from the similar scoring of neighboring areas in this hexagon picture. Right-hand side is relationship between Rhodes 4P's model and John Holland's types of personality. Methodology. The participants of this study are totally 38 contestants in applied design of national industry-related skills competition. The contestants are vocational school students in departments related to the design cluster, selected as the representatives of each school by regulations. Holland's personality characteristics inventory is employed before the competition takes place so as to study the evaluation criteria of creativity through knowing creators' personalities. The quality and quantity of every contestant's competition result is the reference to the evaluation. Judges for the creative quality part are professors from departments related to the design cluster, evaluating a work via the content it presents. Because the result of competition will influence the contestant's college application, the competition is divided into scholastic ability test and skills test. In the evaluation of creativity, the format of students' creation is not limited. The exam questions will be designed by professional gatekeepers of their departments accordingly. The chance of being a part to design examination questions helped this paper to analyze the related impacts which the content of the examination may have on the contestants. The theme of both scholastic ability test and skills test is consistent, but the way to display it is different. The theme of skills test is to develop electronic devices. Compared to those of the scholastic ability test, the questions in this part are more abstract. The questions in scholastic ability test guide contestants with figures and words to enable them to focus better. Both scholastic ability test and skills test are evaluated with the quality and quantity of each contestant's competition result. Figure 3. Gatekeepers are 6 professors from departments of design cluster in colleges universities of Taiwan. They evaluate works of creators mainly on the quality of works. The process of evaluation is in coordinate with 4P's model developed by M. Rhodes, including 1. The personality of creators which will be analyzed. 2. The 12-hour creating process. 3. The product as the result of creation which will be evaluated by its innovativeness and applicableness. 4. Pressure which is built up for the result of the competition will impact contestants' college admittance. This study attempts to examine personalities and creations of contestants by paying special attention to the creating process and pressure the students shoulder. Results. This paper makes use of the Holland occupational codes to analyze the personalities of the 38 participants, getting the following results. 1 for enterprising artistic type, enterprising realistic type, enterprising artistic, investigative type, and social artistic type. 2 for conventional type and investigative or artistic type. 3 for realistic type, 7 for artistic type, 8 for investigative type and 12 for social type. The attribution for leading participants to have the above-mentioned tendencies can trace back to the training purpose of schools, for they are chosen to be the representatives of each school. Besides professional skills, the participants should possess the possibility for cultivation. The participants belonging to the social type express themselves better when it comes to interpersonal relationship. Besides high degree of adaptability and sensitivity, participants of this type will also have the qualities of investigative and artistic type. This also indicates that students with qualities of these 3 types fit the cultivation from schools which require them to have the ability to resist pressure, communicate, think abstractly and solve problems in creative ways. Through the criteria of novelty and appropriation Torrance suggests, this paper explains the way to evaluate contestants' works. Facing the exam questions without the help of words or images, The participants of investigative and artistic types have better performance, far in advance of the participants of other types. Participants of investigative type are used to making use of abstract concept to sort things out. Owing to the absence of words or images, they can use abstract theme to duplicate the practice and further make their own judgment. Curiosity is also an element for people of this kind to analyze the situation and to aim at the targets in order to find the reason or the basis which help to solve problems and to sketch to express their ideas. Participants of artistic type have sharp sense, unerring instinct and rich imagination so they can answer the abstract themes with their own personal experience. These two types share the characteristic of curiosity, which tells the fact that curiosity can stimulate participants' ability to solve problems when they meet abstract questions. Though one belongs to the category of rationality and the other is more inclined to that of sensibility, both of them can produce decent thoughts and performance while facing the challenge of the same issue. You can see the finger. When it comes to the questions with images, participants of social type show higher creativity. For people of this type, care, interpersonal relationship and concern about human need more. Among the questions with images, there are total 15 images to help the participants to compose and add their own thoughts to produce or compose new creations. Contestants of social type can master the information with the help of images and thus get better grades. From the above, we've covered 1. The contestants with personality of artistic type and investigative type are able to catch a direction in abstract questions rapidly and accurately to find out the potential solution. Social type contestants are able to develop unique and applicable products correctly by the assistance of images. 2. There are 4 stages this study involved in this competition after recognizing the components of creativity from gathered literature: questions designing, question solving, formulating the criteria to evaluate gatekeepers, and analysis of the competition result. The idea that imagination is the starting point of creativity is recognized in the competition. This recognition also provides participants of the competition with a way to understand themselves and offers teachers directions to train students. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.